Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Eden Zero, Chapter 20. When we last left off, Rebecca and a bunch of beekeepers were being sold into, I'm assuming, sex slavery on the planet Gilst to this creep named Illega, leaving me super cautious about where the arc is going from here. Meanwhile, Shiki, Pino, and Witch head off to save her, only to find out that Wise has snuck aboard with a woman named Homura who is an Ether Gear user and wants to do battle with the Demon King, probably Demon King Ziggy and not Shiki, because she seemed not to recognize Shiki. Yeah, that's where we leave off. Moving into chapter 20, is the planet Gilst. On our cover page is like Homura taking a selfie, it looks like. Except we can see the phone in her hands, so it's not quite the picture of the selfie itself, but whatever. Anyway, the planet Gilst, Illega Tower. And all the beekeepers are, like, trapped in some room. Either Rebecca is, like, moping, they're, like, banging on walls or sobbing. There are 29 kidnapped beekeepers. If we just work together, I know we could get out of here. And she flashes back to the woman who, like, died as they were, or, like, passed out or died, I'm not quite sure, as they were, like, headed to the tower. And she, like, gets more upset. Hello, ladies! And so, like, a panel opens up, revealing, like, a window. Welcome to Illega Tower! I think this is Illega himself. A frog? What is he? What do you want with all these beekeepers? Take us back home, now! Another one is still crying. Oh, I've seen her before. Her too. Oh, I've seen all of them. And the badass looking girl like glares up at him. Don't tell me you're just a beekeeper fan taking your love too far. Oh, I'm not that big a fan. I'll take any girl who's cute. It's my hobby. I like to turn cute girls into furniture. And this time, I wanted to use beekeepers. Furniture? Everyone like kind of like murmurs and is a little bit confused by his particular word choice. Huh? Don't they have furniture on Blue Garden? Perhaps they are unfamiliar with the type of furniture desire, Master Illega. And then he snaps his finger at things. Oh, then I'll show them. And a door opens, and they see a nude woman in, I don't know what that pose is called, but like on like knees and elbows. I just happened to be making some furniture in the next room. This girl is a superstar from some planet or other. And everyone looks at her in shock, and she like looks up, tears like flowing. Please, I'll do anything. Help me, please, I'm begging you. And some guy with like moose antlers points a gun at her. Don't move. Let me go, please. I'm not ready to die. If you keep moving, I might kill you by mistake, so hold still. Put your head down. Good, hold that pose. And he zaps her with his, like, it turns out to be like a ray gun looking thing. Eek! And she's turned to stone, which is like what we saw a few chapters ago. No! Ah! Eek! Ah! Now I have a new chair! Yes, a brilliant piece. She turned into stone? It's like she's frozen solid. How could he? That's how all of you will come to be my furniture and be added to my collection. So, the way we see it happen, a part of me does not think that the furniture girls are dead. You know, like it's not like she was, if she was, like, encased in stone, like, physically encased in stone, I'd be like, yeah, she's dead. But with this, she might be like, there might be, like, at the end, they free all the girls from the stone. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see how the arc goes. And that's how all of you will come to be my furniture and be added to my collection. No! Don't! Spare us! Why would I ever spare you? And these, like, bubbles pop up, like, from the ground. What's happening? Bubbles? No! It's filling the room. Wait, it's melting my clothes. Oh boy. Here it comes. Here is all I was worried about with this arc. It was mostly, like, Even though the girl we just met was nude, it was like mostly non-sexual there, almost. But you know, we'll see how this goes, Mashima. They're all screaming, "What are you doing, you perverted old creep?" Rebecca's clothes are melting away. "I'm cleaning you up so my furniture will be nice and pretty." "Master Illega, sister has sent the invoice." "Ribbit, ribbit." "We can't give up. We will get out of this, I guarantee it. And then I'll punch that creep's lights out." And then meanwhile, in space, the Eden Zero has warped to Gilst. Fast travel course completed. We have arrived at the planet Gilst. A search for Jin, Gilst, Wind Ether Gear brings up a mercenary squad called Rogue Out. And that's where we'll find Rebecca? We can't say, but they'll definitely give us a clue. Let us head there first. I feel now it would be inappropriate to say that I look forward to seeing their strong warriors. And Wise like glares at Homura. Everyone. Witch speaks up. I do ask you to be careful. This planet is a hive of scum and villainy. I see we're moving on to even more sci-fi references. I see you there, Mashima. Common sense is not common here. Then we cut to Homura, Shiki, Wise, and Pino. It looks like without Happy are walking down the streets of Gilst. Thank you very much, Mr. Wise. For what? For fixing Mr. Happy. So yeah, Happy seems to be mostly repaired, but is still resting up on the ship. He isn't fixed. I just did a few repairs because I felt bad looking at him. Maybe I'm not one to talk, but the 50 years older me that made him is a genius. The current me can't get him to function again. Even so, Mr. Wise, I think you're really a nice man. And Wise looks at her. Then we cut to Shiki and Homura. Man, this planet. What kind of crazy towns are they building here? We see that like the towns are inside that giant tree we saw like from the planet exterior. Like built into the trunks almost, or actually built into the trunks. Gills is the caption. This planet has always had a wealth of wood ether, which blessed it with an abundance of nature. Back in my day, it was a tourist planet. People came from all over to see that humongous tree. According to the database, the towns were built on a large tree called Mectrasil. We are currently at its lowest level. Wood ether? Awesome! And then Shiki goes from like super excited to kind of like upset and like a heartbeat. What's wrong? I just thought Rebecca and Happy would love to see this. They'd be all, "This will make a great video." On a planet full of criminals? They must be married companions. We will save them. Yeah, we will bring them home. And then somewhere else, I guess they move along the town because we're still with Wise and Homer right here. It's even worse than I imagined. A terrible smell, but I shall not comment on it. It makes the slums on Norma look like flower gardens. My information says that, and Pino is also with them, of course. My information says the Rogue Out headquarters are around here. And we see the word like Rogue Out like written in either a really bad paint job or maybe blood or I don't know. But it's written on like the front of a church-looking thing. A church, and you're sure this is it? Well, it does say Rogue Out in large letters. What shall we do? Charge inside? That is what I want to do. And Wise like stops Homura. Don't be stupid. Who knows how many people are in there? Or what they've done with Rebecca. Charge! She like charges right in. Give me a break. I'll be waiting outside. And Shiki and Homura open the giant doors, and they see some kind of angel statue in the front of the church. There's nobody in here. What is that enormous stone statue? And it doesn't have much of a face, and it looks like it has two TV screens off to the sides of it. I'm not quite sure what it is. What do ye seek here? But it seems like it does seem like it talks. Power, money, other desires? Or have ye come to confess your sins and make penance? No. And it splits in two, revealing there's something on the ground at its feet. I need not hear your answer. I already know the fate that awaits you. Who are you? And we see like a woman's mouth. I am Sister, the leader of Rogue Out. Sister? One of the Demon King's 4 shining stars? And I think that's it. That's all this translation has. It does not have the typical to be continued or anything. But I think that's the end of the chapter. Alright. Kind of a... not particularly an abrupt end. It just does not have the normal things that you see in chapters. In my show, in Eden Zero always has a little, like the little... I don't even know what it's called, but you know what it is. And then it has the to be continued and all that, but we don't really have that this week. I don't know, maybe it's just the translation I'm using. But yeah, that's the end. We've met the next Starshine, is Sister, and actually does seem to be a part of Rogue Out. So that's alright. I mean, that's something. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the frog in the room, Illega. So I will say, Illega is not as bad as I feared. So far. I'm still... At any moment, he could very easily drip into the kind of, full-on sexual assault that I'm really fearing his character will, dip into. And, of course, making naked women your furniture, I think, should classify as sexual assaults automatically. But you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't really know. Of course I want Rebecca and the Beekeepers to, take charge in their own freedom. But I don't quite know what they can do at this point. I really don't want it to be they all get turned to stone and then Shiki, Wise, and Homura show up and save the day. That's not what I want this arc to be. I want Rebecca to Lucy in Fairy Tail got a lot of crap at times for not really being the one to save the day, and with some notable exceptions, particularly in Tartaros. But it was normally up to Natsu, who was the one to always save the day. I would really like to see Rebecca not just be saved by Shiki and the gang. Just because I feel like Rebecca is a strong enough character in the way she's written that and we know she has some kind of latent ether reserves. It would be nice to see maybe the terror of all this lead to her awakening those ether reserves. That would be really cool. But even though that Illega's just a boring villain. He's just over the top and overly creepy for the sake of being creepy. I don't know. I don't really dig him too much. Also, his design is super ugly. He reminds me of the frog people on the Magic Council in Fairy Tail, but 100 times worse. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Illega. The Rogue Out guys, though, I am a lot more interested in. Even if the sumo guy was not terribly interesting, Jean is cool. Jean is cool, and Sister is cool. But all in all, I'm not the biggest fan of this arc. I think I've already made that clear. But I still have hope that it'll surprise me going forward. Hopefully, Sister will lead to a more interesting, less Illega-centric portion of the arc. Because the two appearances we've had of Illega, I'm not really feeling him. But yeah, we do have Sister now. It looks like I was wrong. I was predicting this whole time that Mashima would be going for the kind of the Musica twist of Rave Master, how there were multiple Musicas around. They were gonna have multiple sisters here. But it looks like they're one and the same. Given that the sister we meet here seems just as robotic as robotic as Witch. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have for this week's chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like and subscribe, or, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!